Okay, sir. Shall we start the program so that remaining people will join? So I welcome Mr. Srinath Garu. It's a fortunate to have with Srinath Garu today. He's an expert in logistics, particularly supply chain management, and also having expertise in augmented reality and virtual reality. So here just we are exploring the possibilities or synergies, like how this AV augmented reality and virtual reality can be helpful to the marketing on particularly online marketing. So that's the reason I think I requested Srinath Garu to take a session. That's the reason. So I welcome Srinath Garu to this Tendrils Talk. I request you to. It's my privilege to welcome you, and I request you to take over the session.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I'm really fortunate, that you have invited me. Now, am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. So to introduce myself, my name is Srinath. Have close to 25 years of experience in supply chain management. Did a lot of consulting, implementation of advanced technologies across the globe. Having worked in US for almost 12 years prior to moving back to India, worked with companies like Wipro Technologies, heading their supply chain background, supply chain management consulting, and also was the global director for SNOP, the Sales and Operations Management for Dell International. So that was my brief background in terms of what I do. So coming to the present today's topic, I have started this startup which we call Immersive Technologies, primarily for human capital development. There are traditional ways of learning, but with the technology, we can impart more superior learning experience and teaching experience, primarily for skill development or human capital development, we call. But the use cases are plenty when it comes to augmented reality and virtual reality. So having said that, let me share my screen. Sir, let me share my screen.
Yeah, sure. No, it's a free version. You can share from there only.
Yeah. Can you see my screen? The vision and machine. Yeah. Okay. So I will quickly, as I said, we are focused primarily on developing these immersive technologies focused on human capital development. This is a new way of learning, whether you want to use augmented reality for training purposes, the sales team training, or for development of skills for the student community. So here I have briefly mentioned about the use cases that we are trying to build. One is AR enabled learning platform, which I'm going to show you briefly. The second one is primarily augmented reality based product manuals, which I think is relevant. Ajay sir is talking about primarily in the e-commerce. Now, how do we use e-commerce, the augmented reality primarily for developing a digital product manuals to showcase the features and functionalities of the various products that you are offering to your customers. So this is a very innovative way which we can utilize AR. And then, of course, the two other important, especially when it comes to troubleshooting and maintenance, and at the same time, the quality, safety, inspections, and all these things. So why augmented reality? If I introduce, briefly, what is augmented reality? It is actually a digital twin of the actual, you may call it as a product or a machine or a thing. And you are using, you are not actually taking the user into a virtual environment, but you are keeping that user in the real environment, but augmenting your physical environment with a digital object. So overlay the physical environment with the digital object. So as if you are in front of a machine. Now, say if I am want to learn about a car repair, I do not have to have a car in front of me to learn, how to fix an air conditioning unit, or fix the or to understand, how a particular feature or a functionality works. So all I need is a built-in AR app, and then I can basically sit around in my own house, or wherever I am, and use the app to learn about that particular machine. So that is basically the augmented reality, and there are multiple ways in terms of how you want to use it. It could be an image-based target. So that means you prepare a digital image, like for example in a product manual, you will have the pictures of your product, and we can build quickly an AR app that can basically scan that image, so that the three-dimensional product features will appear in front on the user's mobile. So let me quickly take you through the demo that we have. So here is can you see this? So this is a manual that I'm just talking about. So you have right, so you have a manual that talks about various machines, and you have pictures in there. So suddenly, you appear, the moment you place your phone, you see the three-dimensional view of that particular machine and how it is functioning. You can put in any kind of a features, details of that product. So you turn that manual, or you turn that product catalog. These ones will start playing on the user's mobile phone, right? Right. See, these are, this is a very complex machine, or, it could be a simple product that you want to demonstrate to your customers. Right. So you see a simple use case, how a manual, can be, come to life and give a different kind of an experience, for the user. Right. So this is augmented reality. So we can build, some of these kind of things for, various product manuals, or for that matter, for the sales training. If you have a sales force, who wants to learn about this new product, so we don't have to have organize a in-house or in-room training of that new product for the entire field force. All that they do is, download this product catalog, and then, use their mobile phones, which which will be enabled with this AR app, and they can immediately learn about the new product features, and the functionality of that. So look at the time that it takes to impart this kind of trainings, or product catalog for your customers, or for your internal training purposes. It will save a tremendous amount of time and money, because all the logistics costs, everything can come down dramatically. And more importantly, you don't have to take the product to your customer. If you have a very complex product, you don't have to take to your customer to show it how the whole product works, right? So in a simplistic way, I have basically prepared this a quick video in terms of how it can be done, what is the augmented reality is all about, right? So I can show you what we have done, especially oops, sorry. Yeah, so this is another example that I'm showing. It's a engine gearbox. So there is a catalog, there is a manual about that particular engine. So now you see, it is targeting that particular image, and you have the 3D, the animation and the AR functionality of how that particular gearbox works. So that is the description of the part or the product. It could be the entire theoretical or textual depiction of that particular product, and here you can showcase how it will be functioning, and so you can build one of these kind of very advanced digital product catalog solutions using augmented, and the applications are plenty. You take it any, like for example, real estate. You have the a product catalog of various plans, house plans or the flat plans. So now, when we build one particular app that basically has a depiction of all the available plans with that builder, he can basically give a three-dimensional experience, to the users, how the house looks or how the flat looks, and we can overlay various objects so that the users can experience fitting various equipment or the furniture and see how it looks, without having to imagine in thin air how the flat and all these things looks like. So I take a pause for a minute before so I would like to hear you guys in terms of so far the introduction of AR in terms of the use case.
Yeah, one is I can develop a brochure, like my products, so that I can develop an app so that while seeing through the app, they can learn how they are manufactured.
Correct.
That can be
Absolutely
done. In e-commerce site, suppose in e-commerce site, I want to incorporate augmented reality. How
Yeah.
it could, because
Yes.
in e-commerce site I can't app I cannot develop for e-commerce site.
So in an e-commerce site, whether it is a brochure, a physical paper-based brochure, or it could be a screen, a page in a e-commerce, right? The image is the same. So we can basically embed the entire similar to how it is working for a paper-based brochure. The user can point now. Before going there, a small AR app will be built with all the combined products that you are selling on the e-commerce site. So it will be so the user has to download using a QR code that we will put it in the website. So once he downloads that AR app, now he can scan any product that you are selling on that site by just pointing his mobile phone on that particular product image. That is one way. The second one is, next to that product code, we can basically set up a small QR code where, using Google Lens, the moment, he scans that, a QR code, it will start playing the features of that particular product and everything instead of downloading the entire AR app that, you are doing. But creating an AR app at the beginning itself will be beneficial. Why? Because you might add more and more products, and you append your mobile app, the AR app, simultaneously, so that the product features and all these things will be made available, without having, for the user to know that, the AR app has been updated.
Any of the e-commerce sites are already using this AR augmented reality?
Actually, the augmented reality is being used especially in malls. So like the moment not many malls in India are doing this, but there has been effort that is being put in. Like for example, the moment you enter into a mall, you will be asked to download the app using the QR again, right? Now, the moment you place your mobile phone against a particular shop, you will get to know all the discounts and the promotions that are happening in that particular shop. What do they sell? what kind of a product catalog that they have without even entering into that shop. So you will get to know all the features that are available in that particular store, and how the how many sales, all these things are being embedded as part of it.
No, I'm asking about any e-commerce site.
E-commerce sites, not yet, but there is a company. Let me recollect. What that company is. They are actually building the entire e-commerce site on AR. Jewelry stores, they are now getting into this, and even Lenskart for that matter, they're basically experimenting with augmented reality.
Okay,
Jewelry is, yeah, I will. There are a couple of sites. I can get you the details. But Amazon, they are basically allowing their partners who are basically selling their products and all these things. They are actually encouraging them to do AR. Using the AWS. Because AWS provides a lot of AR development tools. For their partners and suppliers on their website, to build a AR component for their product manuals and then deploy them on their website.
Yeah, one of the option is we need to upload about the product details. Maybe if
Correct.
it can be done by through augmented reality, that could be helpful. I think so.
Correct.
Yeah,
that is happening. The Snapchat. You heard of a company called Snap?
We heard, but I
SNAP.
never use
Snapchat. Snapchat is the one that is basically big time into AR. So they have built jewelry customers are primarily using, because now you are sitting in front of a laptop or a mobile phone, and you basically log into their jewelry website, whichever is selling those jewelries, and you select that particular a necklace or whatever you want to buy, and it will appropriately position based on your facial recognition. So the camera basically targets your your neck or your face, and if you are picking up earrings, it knows exactly where your ears are, and it is basically putting those ones, and you can really see whether it suits you. How does it look on your this thing? So these are the things that they are trying. So you are basically building a digital trial room, for that matter.
Means it will be very useful to the jewelry sector and real estate, it seems.
Absolutely. Real estate is the big one, that is going to use AR. Clothing, because you don't have to, you can do any number of trials on a particular pattern of the shirt or a pant that you want to buy.
Yeah.
And
Sir, our Tendrils website, I want to include this augmented reality by seeing all these
absolutely
things. Yeah. Now open to question and answers. Anyone? Any questions? Please raise your questions. Maresh garu, మీరు తెలుగులో అయినా అడగొచ్చు.
సార్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్
సార్, అదే అంటే ఈ కామర్స్ పోర్టల్లో మనకి అంటే చార్జెస్ ఎలా ఉంటాయండి సార్? అంటే మనకి దాని యొక్క స్పేస్ దేన్ని బట్టి సార్?
This one will be the whole thing can be executed out of cloud, and you can access the entire thing through the cloud. Okay. Develop చేసేసిన తర్వాత you can put it in the cloud, so it's only will be accessed, so the mobile phone app ఉంటుంది కదా, that mobile app is going to be one time download for the user, ఎందుకంటే all the products are already built into that app. Okay, so even the user will not experience any data usage. వాడికి డేటా వాళ్ళకి డేటా చార్జెస్
ఉండదు. మీ స్క్రీన్ కొంచెం క్లోజ్ చేయరా శ్రీనాథ్ గారు? మీ స్క్రీన్ కొంచెం క్లోజ్ చేయరా?
స్టాప్ చేయనా, షేర్ చేయనా?
మీ స్క్రీన్ ని కొంచెం క్లోజ్ చేస్తే మీరు బాగా విజిబుల్ అవుతారు, లేకపోతే రికార్డింగ్.
ఓకే.
యా మారేష్ గారు, మీకు అర్థమైందా సార్ చెప్పింది?
అదే సార్. అంటే సార్
యాక్చువల్ గా
ఏమంటారంటే
మనం
ఒక్కసారి
ఈ
యాప్.
కామర్స్ సైట్ ప్రిపేర్ చేయడం వేరు.
అవును సార్.
ఈ కామర్స్ సైట్ లో మనం ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరు మీ కోల్డ్ ప్రెస్ ఆయిలే ఉంది, అది పెట్టాము.
అవును సార్.
ఎవరైనా స్కాన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆ కోల్డ్ ప్రెస్ ఆయిల్ ఎలా తయారవుతుంది కూడా ఆ వీడియో మనం చూపించగలుగుతాం.
నైస్ సార్. నైస్
దట్ ఈజ్ ఆగ్మెంటెడ్ రియాలిటీ. మన ఈ కామర్స్ సైట్ ఈజ్ డిఫరెంట్. అది అందరూ ఎవరు చేస్తున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు మన ఆలోచన ఏంటంటే ఈ కామర్స్ సైట్ లో ఒక ప్రోడక్ట్ అంటే ఆ సైట్ లోనే జస్ట్ నాకున్న డౌట్ ఏంటంటే ఆ సైట్ మీద ఎవరైనా కొనాలనుకుంటున్నారు, దాని మీద జస్ట్ క్లిక్ చేయగానే ఈ మనకి ఏ విధంగా తయారవుతుంది అనేది టోటల్ ప్రాసెస్ కనిపించాలనేది నా ఐడియా.
అబ్సల్యూట్లీ.
ఎస్ సార్. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. అవును సార్. అవును సార్. అంటే మనం ఏమంటారంటే ఇమేజెస్ కాకుండా వీడియోస్ కూడా సార్.
ఇన్ దట్ కాంటెస్ట్ మనకి ఆగ్మెంటెడ్ రియాలిటీ ఎంతవరకు వర్కౌట్ అవుతుంది అనేది ఈ డెలిబరేషన్, ఈ టాక్ యొక్క డెలిబరేషన్.
ఓకే, సూపర్ సార్. అదే ఇప్పుడు మనకేమంటే ఈ ఫార్మర్స్ కి మనము యాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి మెడిసిన్స్ కానీ వాళ్ళది ఇది కానీ అట్లాంటివి ఏమైనా మనము చేయనీకి ఉందా సార్ అవకాశం?
యా షూర్.
ఇప్పుడు మనం అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం వేరే దగ్గర ఉంటాడు ప్రాంతంలో, ఆయనకి మనం అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి సొల్యూషన్ చేయకుండానే మనం యాప్ ద్వారా వాడు స్కాన్ చేసేస్తే మనం డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని మనం దాంట్లో పెట్టేయగలుగుతాం.
యా షూర్.
అబ్సల్యూట్లీ అది చేయొచ్చు. అజయ్ సార్ అన్నట్టుగా ప్రాసెస్ ఎలా వాట్ ఈస్ మనం ప్రాసెస్ ఏ విధంగా ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తాము అనేది అది కూడా మనం చూపెట్టొచ్చు. సో దట్ కస్టమర్ తెలుస్తుంది మనం జెన్యున్ గా చేస్తున్నాము అనేసి. సో అదొకటి. అండ్ క్వాలిటీ, మనము ఏమేం క్వాలిటీ రిలేటెడ్ థింగ్స్ మనము చూసుకుంటున్నాము అది చూపెట్టొచ్చు. ఇంపార్టెంట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఫీచర్స్ అయితే బ్రహ్మాండంగా చూపెట్టొచ్చు. కొనకుండానే దే కెన్ రియలీ సీ ది ప్రొడక్ట్ వాల్యూ, ఆ న్యూట్రిషనల్ వాల్యూ. సో ఈ విధంగా.
సూపర్ సార్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకి దీన్ని ఒక యాప్ వాళ్ళు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంటే వాళ్ళకి చార్జెస్ అవుతుంది సార్ ఏమన్నా అవతల వాళ్ళు?
ఒక చిన్న యాపే కదా, అంతే. మనం ఎనీ యాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసినట్టే
సేమ్ థింగ్.
అంతే.
రైట్ సార్. సూపర్. రైట్ సార్. ఓకే.
అండ్ ఇది డెవలప్ చేయడానికి కూడా దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎ బిగ్ డీల్ యాక్చువల్లీ. మనం ఏదైనా పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. మనం యాక్చువల్లీ రియల్ వీడియోనే ఎంబెడ్ చేయొచ్చు.
అదే సార్. ఎక్సలెంట్ సార్. ఎక్సలెంట్. అందుకనే చేద్దాం సార్. ఎందుకంటే నా కింద మనము ఫార్మర్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ కంపెనీస్ ఉన్నాయి సార్. ఒక్కొక్క FEOs కింద మనకి ఫార్మర్స్ ఉన్నారు, ఒక 500,000 అట్లా. వాళ్ళకంతా మనం ఇలాంటివి డిజైన్ చేసి చేద్దామని ఒక ప్లాన్ చేద్దాం సార్. తప్పకుండా సార్.
కరెక్ట్.
రైట్ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఈ సెషన్ లో చాలా నాలెడ్జ్ వచ్చింది సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
టెక్నాలజీ ఇస్ దేర్. మనం యూస్ చేయాలంతే. రైట్.
ఎస్ సార్. డెఫినెట్లీ సార్. అవును సార్. ఇది మనకి అడ్వాన్స్ గా ఉంది కాబట్టి మనకి ఇంకో ఫీచర్ ఉంటుంది సార్ ఇటువంటి.
అబ్సల్యూట్లీ.
రైట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Yeah, any more questions, please? Ramya, do you have any questions? And Sunita?
No, sir. I was having the same thing. Is it chargeable and all? How much it is charging and all? So then it was cleared. So we just have to download the app and we have to use the technology. That's it, right?
Yeah. It gives actually మనము ఎంత కాంప్లెక్స్ ప్రోడక్ట్ అయినా, ఎంత కాంప్లెక్స్ ప్రాసెస్ అయినా, by showing them the visuals, immediate గా it gives a different experience and perspective. మనము so these are some of the things that we are trying to build. One example is actually working with Usmania University and especially in engineering. If there is an electrical subject, say for example power station అనుకోండి, a 33 kV by 11 kV substation ఉంది. Professor wants to explain ఏమేమి ఎక్విప్మెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఎలక్ట్రీషియన్ ఆర్ మెయింటెనెన్స్ టెక్నీషియన్ ఏం చేయాలి, లైట్నింగ్ అరెస్టర్ అంటే ఏంటి, పవర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్ అంటే, హీ విల్ టేక్ అట్లీస్ట్ పిల్లల్ని క్లాస్ లో కూర్చోబెట్టి హీ విల్ టేక్ అట్లీస్ట్ ఒక 3-4 క్లాసెస్. He will explain, ఇది ఇలా ఉంటుంది, పవర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్ అంటే ఇది, కరెంట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్ అంటే ఇలాగాని. Now what we are actually building is to have a 3D hologram inside a class. Okay, so it will basically the entire substation a 3D hologram middle of the class lo project ayyettattu. So the students sitting around this 3D hologram can really see all this equipment వాళ్ళ కళ్ళతో without even walking to the substation. The technology has gone to that kind of a level. It's the same thing, augmented reality ne I am basically augmenting a digital substation inside a class.
గ్రేట్ సార్, చాలా బాగుంటుంది సార్. నేను యాక్చువల్లీ బేసిక్ గా ఏపీ జెన్కోలో వర్కింగ్ చేస్తున్నాను సార్. అది యాక్చువల్లీ టర్బైన్ దీని కింద నేను పవర్ జనరేట్ చేస్తాను, అంటే హైడ్రో, వాటర్ ద్వారా. ఇది ఇక్కడ చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ వస్తుంటారు సార్ నా దగ్గర, అంటే ఆ స్టూడెంట్స్ కి నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తుంటాను. సో ఈచ్ వన్ ఎక్విప్మెంట్స్ అంటే మనం సార్.
So you will feel how difficult it is to help them or make them understand కదా. ఒకటి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం ఒకటి, ఇంకొకటి వాళ్ళకి అర్థమైందా లేదా అనేసి అది కూడా మనము కష్టపడుతున్నాం. కానీ వాడికి ఒక్కసారి 3D ఇమేజ్ 3D ఆఫ్ ఫంక్షనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ మీరు జనరేటర్ చూపించేశారంటే యూ కెన్ రిమైన్ కామ్. ఎందుకంటే క్వశ్చన్స్ ద్వారా వాడే నేర్చుకుంటాడు. సార్ ఇదేంటి, ఇది ఏంటి, ఈ బ్లేడ్ పోతే ఎలా రీప్లేస్ చేస్తారు, ఈ ఫిన్ పోతే ఎలాగా, హౌ డు యూ డిఫైన్, హీట్ జనరేట్ అవుతుంది, హౌ డు యూ బేసికలీ ఎలిమినేట్ హీట్. ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్ ద్వారా వాళ్ళు నేర్చేసుకుంటారు. మీరు ఒక్క సెంటెన్స్ కూడా చెప్పనక్కర్లే.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ సార్, అది నీడ్ ఉంటుంది సార్. దీని విషయంలో కూడా నేను యాక్చువల్ గా ఏపీ జెన్కో తుంగభద్ర డ్యామ్ లో పవర్ హౌస్ లో పనిచేస్తాను సార్.
ఓ మై గాడ్, ఓకే.
అది ఫ్యాసినేట్ గా ఈ అగ్రికల్చర్ ఫార్మింగ్ లో ఉంటున్నాను సార్. నాకు సపోర్ట్ గా మన అజయ్ సార్ ఇలాంటి ఏదైనా ఇన్నోవేటివ్ వచ్చినా కూడా తప్పకుండా జాయిన్ అవ్వని ఉంటాడు. అందుకనే
సో దిస్ ఈస్ వి ఆర్ డూయింగ్ యాజ్ అ పైలట్ అట్ ఉస్మానియా యూనివర్సిటీ అండి. So we basically thought of creating that innovation inside a classroom.
Yes sir, ఇన్నోవేషన్ గా ఉంటుంది. రైట్ సార్, రైట్ సార్, తప్పకుండా సార్ కలుస్తాను. నేను హైదరాబాద్ వచ్చిన కలుస్తాను సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ
సో మచ్.
Yes, educational purpose it's excellent, but I just have questions. Do we have any privacy or security concerns when it comes to the other fields other than education? So for any other fields, do we have any privacy or security concerns if we use this app or
privacy? No, it will be secured, madam, because it will be within your own cloud environment. Endukante meer product catalogs avanni e-commerce everything will be housed under a cloud environment, right? So we follow the same similar security and privacy kind of a thing that we do. But it will help even for your own purposes, where we can capture the user related information for you to do a lot of digital marketing and all these things. But the app itself is completely secure.
Okay. Still, do we have any technical limitations, sir, in this?
Technical limitations ante ippudu see the mobile phones earlier, prior to 2019 phones, they were not actually AR core enabled phones. Okay, now if you see in your mobile phone, you have 3 to 4 cameras behind your smartphone. Yes. One of the camera is basically that AR core depth sensor camera, if you do not know, because that camera will act as a eyes of a human being. So you are seeing that product as if you are seeing with your own eyes, but it is enabled through the camera behind your phone. So now most of the smartphones are coming with AR core enabled operating system, and the cameras are way advanced in terms of enabling these AR technologies. So there are no technical limitations, and it has now become a commodity. So it is not anymore a very expensive thing to, to build or to develop.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. It's a very nice thing.
Yeah. It is really fascinating, the kind of a thing that you can do. Actually, the other thing that we are pushing is if you buy a car or if you buy any, electrical or electronics refrigerator kanivandi or air conditioning kanivandi, you will be ఏదన్నా చిన్న ప్రాబ్లం వస్తే you will, the first thing that will come to your mind is how much it is going to cost you to get it repaired. So one, there will be hesitation to call some kind of a random technician, to come and get it fixed, because he might charge you a bump. So now, what if the manual itself will give you a procedure, what went wrong with that particular part, how much it is going to cost, and how to fix it. So a procedure and the teliste you now the service technicians cannot take you for a ride. Simple example is your air conditioning unit. Vadu, he will go out, he will basically look at the outdoor unit, indoor unit, choose, madam, it costs you 1800 2000. We have no idea whether he's doing it right or fix avutunda leda problem anesi. Now using this, actually, a simple QR code placed in front of on top of that air conditioning unit or refrigerator, you will exactly know the functionalities of all the important parts, how to what causes them to fail, and how to fix them. So this is being done as we speak.
ఈ విధంగానే మనకి ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ గూడ్స్ కాకుండా వేరే కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఏదైనా చేయొచ్చు సార్ స్కానర్ లో?
అబ్సల్యూట్లీ.
సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తులసి మొక్క మీద మనం వేసామనుకోండి, స్కాన్ చేసేవాళ్ళు, అంటే యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ తులసి
anything exactly. Anything can be in fact the thing that we are actually embedding as part of this AR and VR is the artificial intelligence also, we are embedding
AI tool.
So it basically captures all the important miranar kada tulsi, what is the uses of tulsi,
yes.
medical,
yes, sir.
all
yes,
these
sir.
things can
medicinal
be embedded
plants
as part of. Absolutely.
ఓకే, సూపర్ సార్. నాకు అది కూడా ఫ్యాసినేట్, ఎందుకంటే మెడిసిన్ అండ్ అరోమాటిక్ పైన కొద్ది రీసెర్చ్, దీన్ని ఈ స్కాన్ చాలా మనకి యూస్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది.
కరెక్ట్. ఇన్ ఫ్యాక్ట్
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అవును సార్, స్నాప్ ద్వారా ఇప్పుడు ఆకర్కర ఫ్లవర్ ఉంది సార్, పారాలిసిస్ వాడికి విత్ ఇన్ 24 hours లో నయమైపోతుంది ఆ ఫ్లవర్ వల్ల.
కరెక్ట్.
సో ఆ యూజెస్ అనేది వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు. మనం ఎప్పుడైతే యాప్ లో చూపించినామంటే వాళ్ళకి ఈజీ టు లెర్న్.
Right.
Exactly.
See, it is not, I basically introduced a basic AR thing, using our own mobile phones, but much more advanced are, like, for example, I'm wearing a glass, right? There are something called AR glasses also. The AR glasses comes with a camera. And so if I'm seeing my laptop, and if you're also wearing that AR glass, you will be able to see as if I'm seeing my laptop, and you can actually work on my laptop, by taking control of it by just using your glasses that you are wearing. So that sort of advancements are there. Microsoft sells those lenses, they call HoloLens, HALOLENS. These are quite expensive, and Siemens actually are using mana Siemens elevators untai kada, pedda offices lo you have so many elevators. So the technician will carry this lens or these glasses, and he will go sit in front of that particular part. Okay, vadu a part ni chudangane it will tell the technician what is wrong with that part, how to fix that part, and how to basically what is the procedure that is involved. Vadiki aa glasses lens lone vadiki aa video or the procedure anta play ayipotundi. Now
super sir.
So now he is seeing that particular part, and if he doesn't know how to fix it, the backend team, where you have much more advanced product technicians, they can connect through this Zoom, or they can connect through this, and they will be able to fix that particular the faulty part, guide him properly in terms of how to do. So doctors are using to perform complex operations. These kind of complex technicians are using it, like example in the oil and gas industry, mining industry. Endukante accessibility of those machines are extremely difficult, right? Now, how do you fix going at the depth of the oceans or deep inside a mine? So the use cases for this augmented reality and technology is extremely easy now, because all these things can be done as part of this thing. Virtual reality is little bit different. Endukante adi you need to wear the headsets, etc. It is going to be a very difficult to build a virtual reality that is primarily used for gaming rather than for anything else. But AR now having augmented reality use cases aithe chala unnayi.
Super, sir. Okay.
Meer kuda you can basically train your technicians by making your technicians sit at home for
Yeah,
your
sir. Time is
generative
almost
features.
completed. I thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
For coming, giving the session on this Tendrils talk.
Yeah.
Once again, I thank you very much, sir. ఎందుకంటే మేము కొత్త లోకంలోకి తీసుకెళ్ళినట్టుగా అనిపించింది మమ్మల్ని. నాకైతే చాలా కొత్తగా ఉంది. Thank you very much. And
చాలా న్యూలీ, సార్.
really, it is very useful maybe in future generation.
No, we can do a pilot. Now we can do that.
I thank you everyone, sir, for attending this.
Thank you so much, sir.
Talk.
Yeah.
And have a nice Sunday. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much,